Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Bit early today. So we still got about 20 minutes, it seems, until the final game actually starts. So let's see what we can do in between until that game starts. Probably get like maybe one game in. Oh, it's my fairy skin, isn't it? Need 70 more. Should be easy to get. I gotta get the temporary one. Hey OP Hero, how you doing? Alright, got our coins. Time to move on to the next thing. Not too much OP Hero. Just got up to stream some of this NAIC Day 3. I know we got our finals right now, so I'm pretty excited for that. But other than that, pretty tired. How you doing? Let's try and merge this to gold again. Oh, we got it. Nice. Just chilling. Nice, nice. Recruit this in a game. Rufio's in a game. Am I always free in the morning? No. Most mornings I'm not free. That's why I usually stream at like 12ish, 2 p.m., 12 p.m. That's usually Eastern. That's usually when I stream. But gotta start a little bit earlier. Find players to play with, but either way, I'm new. What rank are you right now, OP? Have you made to like ultra rank or master rank yet, or are you still grinding your way up at like veteran or the ranked play? So there's two modes, like a casual mode and a ranked mode in this game. Ranked mode, if you look at the screen too, like you see that master, that's kind of the current ranking I'm at right now. It goes up from like, I think it goes beginner, veteran, beginner, great, veteran, ultra, master, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of like after you kind of get a hang of a couple Pokemon, it's more where it's a little bit more try hard, I guess you can say. Looks like my team is trying to give me the support role. I don't feel comfortable supporting a Gengar. Usually I would go support, but like this is a solo queue game, the first one, and something's telling me if I go support this game, we're gonna have no damage. You bro in 5 days? Nice, nice. So new that Vink has not been unlocked. We can definitely get some normal games in then. Or maybe some like fairy festival games as well. You like playing any mods right now, OP Hero? Any favorites? What's my favorite Pokemon? Like to play or in general? What the? Is he a bot? What's going on? My favorite Pokemon to play though is a mixture of like Darkrai and Dragapult. So what is going on with my Ghastly? This guy said, "Nah, I am not helping you." Yeah, this Lucario is so aggro. No way he gets KO'd. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. I knew this is not the team to trust with going support. I knew this is not the team to trust with support. Come on, Gengar. Help, please. Gengar, please, man. Please do something. Finally. The perpetual answer. Brick, how you doing, man? Came just on time, so you slept after talking to me and talk to me after you wake up. I thought he was gonna be late for a second. I woke up a little past 9. The perpetual viewer. Your favorite Pokemon is Caesar? Caesar's a fun Pokemon. Fun to play and fun design. Whoa. There's a Comfrey there too. Wait, there's 4 top? Why is there 4 top? What is going on in this game? Why are they still pushing in pot? Can we get any support, please, guys? Been a travesty for my lane. This has been a travesty game so far. Holy, I'm so happy to not support it. Can't convict who should win. Luminassi's fan favorite, but if Revelations win, it will be the underdog of the century. Right now, I'm rooting for Revelation just to take 1 game off of LG. I think if they manage that, they did good enough. Being said, I think it would be really awesome if they do clutch it out. Giga can kind of just push that, I guess. Sorry, bird. Alright, just pushed in the bottom so hard. Kind of odd. Wait, I thought Mimikyu was gonna turn. Oh, wait, he did turn. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alright, I might as well just farm up right now. So much farm on our side we can get. Make sure it doesn't go to waste. Do you think Latios and Latios will come together separately like Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y came? I think they're going to do the same release. I feel like they're going to do dual release, although I think it's interesting to see how they do the Unite license. Like, I wonder if they're going to do like kind of like an event where you can only pick up one. And then it's going to be like you have to pick up the other one by paying for it. Something like that, or if they go like a different route. Alright, level 13 is pretty good. Their highest level is level 11. Wow, okay. 11 is your highest level, really? That's kind of crazy. Kind of insane. I don't think I want to reveal myself just yet. Let's see if we can get away with anything here. Sneak in essentially 90 points there. So I have a minute. Some time to get some of these in DDs. Dying to know what their roles are. They're going to be another tackle. That'll be annoying as fuck. Latias is kind of reading as support, although I could see it being any of that. Alright. My theory right there was that, like, if I got a KO, that'd be nice. But if I didn't get a KO, there's probably going to be some Unite move that we just used up there. So really nice not having Alcremie's Unite move up. Although a bit of a shame anything like that. Okay, Gengar just got popped, it seems, in a pretty inappropriate time. There we go. I love when they just start ripping it and like they don't even like secure it properly. They're just like hitting things and then they kind of just like leave it. Alright, well, GG's. Alright. Looks like we got our points off. Mimikyu waiting for another 100. Do you know how before you seeing the final start? So it should be in about 5 minutes, they say. I did some clicking around. It took me a while to find it. Here, put it on the screen right now. I guess they don't have like a little timer ticking down this time. But yeah, it should be in a couple minutes. Should be in a couple minutes. So, what are you doing? I love when people just defend against nothing. He's just be in the goal zone. Waiting. Why is it on YouTube? I don't know. I don't know why it's such a confusing start today. It's a bit hard to find. What an odd beginning of the game. That was such an odd game. It's on the official Pokemon channel, not the Unite one. Yeah, looking at the schedule, because like they also have like the trading card in Pokemon Go, who are also gonna have basically just like their championships today. So it looks like they're just gonna do it all on one stream, which is just gonna be like the official Pokemon channel stream now, instead of the channel specific one. Yeah, let's open it up now, though. Looks like it might be starting soon. Hopefully it should be starting in the next 2 minutes. Alright, let me get something to eat while these final moments tick down. First Unite, then BGC, then TGC, then Go. Unite is always the coolest Pokemon tournament because you're not waiting around for turns. It's definitely the flashiest. It's gonna be interesting when that new Pokemon like battle simulator comes out, because that's definitely gonna be replacing the mainline series for the VGC, and it's at least gonna like look a little bit more flashy. Since usually like in the mainline games, there's only so much they can do with the animation, since like that's only one aspect of the games. So it says sneeze there. Am I playing it on the Switch too? Eventually. Hopefully before October. I want to get it before that new Pokemon game drops. You don't want to be playing on those Switch 1 graphics and loading times. Well, it's 10:01. They still have not started yet. Stream Legends EA? That's the plan. I got my hands on all like the mainline Pokemon games, so like I could like do a stream of like some of the older ones if people are into that right now while we kind of wait. 10 seconds. We don't have to refresh this page. Give me a second. Let me see if I can finesse anything right now. It says they're live. It does say they're live, but I don't see anything different right now. So give me 1 second. The app has begun on the YouTube channel. Wait, let me just refresh this page. Oh, this looks different. All right, let's put this back on then. Let's turn this off. Get some volume going.
Next, Ash and Ash. We get the attack boost. This could change everything.
So this is like the perfect time. Put that down. This is the perfect time for Pokemon to release something big in just Pokemon news, right? Because like Friday, Saturday, everyone was split up. You know, Pokemon Unite was on their Pokemon Unite channel. Pokemon BGC on the BGC channel, Trading Card on the Trading Card channel. But now that we're on this on like the Pokemon Plays channel, they can actually release like announce something substantial that's gonna impact multiple games, right? Basically the long way of saying, hopefully we can get some Legend ZA information today. I don't believe we will, but you can never be too sure with this company.
International champions across titles of Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Go, the Pokemon Trading Card Game, and the Pokemon Video Game.
Championship Sunday starts now with Pokemon Unite, where the Dark Horse team Revelation has secured their final spot qualifying for Worlds and will be going up against Luminosity Gaming, our two-time world champions.
There's never I'll think like specifically Unite info, but like Pokemon info.
We do have a watch party on our official Pokemon YouTube channel.
That's right. And hey, the time is now. We're ready to begin. So let's send it over to our wonderful casters, Dupe Snacks and Spraggles.
We don't know if we're on camera right now because things are banana lands up here in the lounge.
Oh, Spraggles does not sound mic'd up.
Here we are, Championship Sunday. I know you can hear me now. What is up? NAIC Pokemon Unite Grand Finals time. There we are. Now I know we're on. Now I know we're on. Now we definitely know we're on screen. I still can't hear you through my headset. I'm sure that's something they're working on amongst the litany of other things that are happening around us. But what else is happening in the near future is, of course, our grand finals for Pokemon Unite.
That's right. Revelation, who is on one of the hottest runs that we have had in Pokemon Unite history. And, of course, we have
Let's go Revelation.
Defeated giants, Luminosity Gaming, looking to complete their Infinity Gauntlet of IC trophies here at NAIC.
Yeah, great stories both ways. I'm so loud, I feel like I can't even think. When we're looking at Revelation, we've seen hot runs out of teams. Think Tuzi, LAIC. They're on a similar trajectory here.
Sorry.
Are they able to maintain that momentum into Championship Sunday? Something that these teams have not been able to do when they're squaring off against Luminosity in the Grand Finals. Like you said, on the other side, Luminosity Gaming going to be the first competitive Pokemon competitors, that's a thing,
going for every single IC win in a single season. It's been done 3 ICs in a row, but split over 2 seasons by Tord Reklev TCG. Learned that last night. But in a single season, that is something that has never been done before, and LG is looking to take that crown for themselves and put themselves not only in the Unite history books, but the Pokemon history books.
That's right. We're here on Championship Sunday on the main Pokemon channel. So if you're not familiar with Unite, we are going to hold your hand as we go through some of the best Unite action that you could possibly see. This is the final stretch where one team was able to secure that final world spot, and they are here in our grand finals. Revelation. Facing down the team that you are looking at right now on your screen, the Legends, the 2-time world champions, best in North America, possibly best in the world, Luminosity Gaming.
Every time they've found themselves in the grand finals this year, they've left with a W. Slash, Kyrios, Trainer, Otter, Overlord, you know those names because we've said them a lot, because they've been on stage a lot, because they just keep winning. On the other side of the board, of course, you have Revelation on the absolute heater run of a century. Celestial, Dispenza, Picadif, Oblivion, and Luniere, who have just absolutely come unglued yesterday, dispatching high-quality teams. Not only we thought they were just going to kind of be playing a match, qualifying for Worlds, and then that might have been the end of their story, but they said, we're not done yet. Work's not done. We're trying to make a stamp and prove that we are just as good as we believe we are, and I have to shout out Picadif, you know, representing for the geriatrics everywhere, has tried to retire, I think, 16 different times, and somehow keeps getting pulled in, and also qualified for Worlds through Pokemon Unite 4 times on 4 different teams, 2 of which has been in kind of like this last chance qualifier type situation. This kid, when he is gaming, is on, and he is helping this team get across the finish line, and now they just have one more step to go.
Now we're taking a look at our pricing here for this weekend. Obviously, between all of the Pokemon titles, we have $500,000 up for grabs, but this is what we're looking at here for Pokemon Unite. First place taking home $20,000, $10,000 for second, and all the way down the line.
A lot of money on the line, and we're going to see who's going to be our grand finals champion, final stretch champion, Luminosity Gaming Revelation. Luminosity Gaming 3-0 Peru Unite, a phenomenal team, made them look childish. Luminosity Gaming 2-0 Stamina, made them look childish. I mean, Luminosity Gaming has just been on one, taking and beating the brakes off of every team they faced. But Revelation with a very exciting run, tell me about it.
I mean, take a look at Revelation right here. Somehow taking down the regional champs, Orange Juicers, 3-0. Extremely impressive. And then they went up against Daybreak. The last chance for that group to get their Worlds invite, not able to make it happen. Revelation moving forward through this bracket, and here they are in the grand finals. You have to wonder, is this momentum something that they can keep up? Can they actually stop LG from getting this next title? I think either way you look at this, it's going to be an exciting finish, and there's like a fun little bit of history between these two teams because 2 of these members were actually on a separate team that went up against Luminosity and beat them in regionals. You have Otter on LG and Celestial on Revelation, so we're going to find out who the best member of TTV is this weekend as well.
And now we've got the champion predictions. Grand finals here. We're taking a look. I am confused on this
If
graphic.
I look at this graphic, I believe we are all choosing Zoinks is going to win.
I don't know what this graphic is. I'm sorry. I'm assuming there's information here that I'm not dissecting very well. The giant Zoinks is definitely an aura. He's aura farming us right now, I think, is Zoinks.
I'm understanding it. I'm hearing that we all voted for Luminosity, and Zoinks, to get his picture even larger and inflate his ego even more, decided that Revelation was going to win it. Now that I understand this graphic, it makes less sense because Zoinks is out of his mind. But I can assure you, if they won, that would be insane. Crazy, one of the craziest upsets I feel like in Unite history.
Yeah, literally only topping themselves after they upset Orange Juicers 3-0 to take the next biggest upset we've seen in UCS history. I want to touch a little bit about the history between these two teams. You mentioned Celestial and Otter from that TTV squad that won at NAIC 2 years ago. Fun fact about that, all 5 members of that TTV team have qualified for Worlds on 5 different teams.
Yeah.
Which is a wild statistic to think about. And a little tip of the cap for their skill level in this game.
Yeah, I mean, we have had some players who have been here since the start, right? And they are still.
Can you put some sounds for the gameplay when it
A player
starts?
that just seems to make it to Worlds no matter what. Once again, now on a new team, on Revelation, making it to Worlds here. And the big question mark is, can they take down a team like Luminosity? Can they take down what many consider to be the best team in the world right now? If they were able to do that here at NAIC, they would be making the biggest statement in Unite.
Absolute shockwaves would be sent specifically through the NA scene, but that is something that NA specifically has, or I guess I should say Revelation has.
Let's
an
see.
advantage in right now.
See what
Because
sound
NA
effect we can get.
historically plays NA incredibly close. So if there's anything they can pin their hopes on is their experience with LG, just because they exist in the same ecosystem. Now, let's take a look at what you get if you're hanging out with us today.
That's right. You get a special sticker by entering the gift code NAIC2025 that you can adorn your trainer card with. And, of course, just for watching, you can unlock that Mew.
I'm debating whether or not I have time to play one more game before
games this weekend. Championship Sunday is going to be amazing.
this actually starts.
Go, VGC, and, of course, we're starting off here with Unite.
And if you take a look here, I'm sure you can get those cards in a game that I think it's TCG Live. Pokemon TCG Live, use nice 25 Destined Rivals, a nice and easy thing to punch in. I'm keyboard deficient, so I'd have a lot of problems getting this done for myself.
These
but I'm
subtitles
sure
are like
you at home are not, and you can get
not
that for
synced up.
yourself.
Obviously,
What if I can turn
you
them
also
off?
Get Wolfie's Incineroar, and I don't know how Wolfie feels about. I'm not even sure how this promotion works. I'm excited.
I was saying, you
Wolfie,
just still
but I don't
get
know if
this.
This is a slight to him at all.
I need to get this Incineroar
Based
still.
on
Might as
the,
well.
Based on the interactions I see online, with
Yeah, I don't know if I can
movies,
turn off these
feel
subtitles,
like it's a
sadly.
combination of both. It's like we respect
But the
you,
subtitles are
also
kind
a
of
little different.
ahead
Yeah,
of
we respect
the
you a little bit. I
actual
feel like that's how production
speaking.
treats us. They respect
Kind of
us,
annoying.
but a little dig at us
I
all the
actually
time.
think it, I think it's I think
Maybe
they,
it's
I
less.
think they do not respect us at all. I honestly wouldn't. We're responsible for opening the show, and we absolutely just kick this thing off with Calamity. But that is kind of Unite's style. And
Such
I would
brilliant
respect
drops
that.
for Unite.
It is an action.
We get the Mew, Platinum Mew, you know,
I'm just trying to bring that to you at home.
the emblem that you're probably never going to use.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing battle between these two squads. And again, I know being on the main channel here for Pokemon, there are going to be a lot of you who have not seen a Unite game before. So this is going to be pretty intense, pretty wild. 5 versus 5 action on Thea's Sky Ruins, as you are going to see these players pilot some of the most exciting Pokemon in the franchise.
Hey, let's get it going then. No more delays. Let's kick
All
off
right,
our
looks like
grand
we're starting.
finals for Pokemon Unite in the final stretch at NAIC. Let's get
Looks
it.
like we're really starting.
All right, what's up, NAIC? We have an amazing grand finals all set for you. 2 incredible teams are going to be coming out on stage in just a moment. Loved my predictions, by the way. I'm really happy that all the commentators really liked it too.
Try watching on
They
YouTube.
would never make fun of you. Never. Not once. Exactly. So in a few short moments, these players are going to be coming out on stage and getting set up for what is sure to be an amazing grand finals. We have international champions. We have NAIC champions. We
second.
have world champions. So no matter what, this is going to be an amazing grand finals of Pokemon Unite.
That's right, we got 2 members of TTV representing their individual teams. We've got a great crowd out here this early in the morning. Shout outs to every single one of you. I'm not awake yet, to be 100% honest.
Yeah, I'm so pumped with the energy that we are already receiving here on Championship Sunday. It's just what Unite brings to the table. It's calamity like Duke's
You need a
Max
second
but
story?
It's also energy too, yeah.
Oh, it is. And honestly, I'm so excited for the teams that we've got. And we, of course, have a little special set of walkouts, as I believe we're ready.
Yeah, I think you might have seen something similar to this in tournaments across the globe, but we are going to be starting to bring out these players. Let's start
So,
with
give
our
me
dueling
1 second.
attackers, Kyrios and Oblivion.
And coming up next. Oh, the crowd. You hear that? That's a lot of cheering. Coming up next, the immovable object versus the immovable object, Slash and Pika Diff.
Thanks, Harold.
And we go to our kings of the Central Area, Trainer and Celeste.
Here we go.
And the masters of the
All right, there we go. The Twitch.
the masters of the EXP share.
Think about the YouTube stream. It's gonna be like a bit behind of the Twitch stream, so it's not a big deal.
And
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
all
You made
right,
it.
Now that we got our teams all set on stage, we're going to invite two players
Still
up
have
here to
subtitles
have a
on.
few words before our match. Let's get Celeste. Let's get Otter.
Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the stage. Well earned that you're here.
Let's see if they do the slow blow
We're gonna
pick
start
today.
with questions over here to Celeste.
Yeah, all right, we've done these a few times, but of course, this is a very fun matchup. Former teammates battling here on stage. Of course, this is going to be an exciting matchup. Your team's done a whole lot of prep. You've had an amazing run so far to make it to the grand finals. A lot of MVP performances from a lot of different players. But who on your team is going to need to clutch up if you're going to be able to take down LG?
I think a lot of it rests on Pika and his engages. So
Pika Puff,
Pika
let's
does
go.
What he's been doing, I believe we'll win. Yeah.
I liked it a lot. Look alive, Pika Diff.
Been looking great all weekend.
That's kind of crazy.
All right. The last time that we talked in Japan, you said
This guy's like,
that
oh, it's all Pika
North
Diff.
America was not helping LG improve because they weren't on the level to help improve. Now we're here. We're in the grand finals of a tournament with tons of, well, a good amount of international competition, and you are up against another North American team. Do you think that has changed at all?
I'll see the
with
powers of
Revelation,
Rourke
how
in the
good they are
grand final.
currently, or is it the same as it was over at ACL?
Well, I'm happy to face Celestial because he's the only player who's won.
Let's see if they
NAIC
pull out
ever
the,
won NAIC. So they're the only team.
The
who's the only
Zervoid
player
Compe
standing
combo.
away from embarrassing all the Western teams and winning all 3 ICs this season.
They're the only ones in the way.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said about another team. So that is pretty great praise.
Revelation
All right,
still,
well,
again,
this
Revelation
might
just
be
needs to get a
the
game.
final roadblock for LG, but I think you and the team thinks you might be a whole lot more than that. What's it going to take down this LG squad?
Honestly, I think we have what it takes already. Like,
Let's
we've had
go.
Such an amazing tournament. Everyone's been playing amazing, and I have I complete faith we'll win.
All right, a whole lot of confidence.
Well, I don't think
going
both
out
of these
Revelation.
teams actually dropped a game this
All right,
tournament,
your
right?
team has swept every single match that you've played this tournament. No losses.
LG has the better
I was
record
gonna
because,
ask
like,
this already. I feel like your intro maybe was a
they
little
won
previous.
other tournaments,
What
but
do
this
you
tournament
feel the
specifically,
score
they're
will
both
be
tied.
in this set against Revelation.
I think it'll be 3-1. I think he's really good at getting Rayquaza, so it's going to happen.
I love that. I love that. All right, gentlemen, if we could have just a quick stare down between the two of you set up on stage. We'll start with Celeste. One final word for
Code
your
for the
opponent in
sticker?
LG.
Good luck. You need it.
All right, now it's your turn. Your word for Revelation.
I'll say it to him after, but stand proud. You were strong.
Oh, okay. We have a farewell letter. All right, you two, go get set up for the game. Let's have a great matchup.
All
So I'm
right,
trying to see
I'm
what
so excited for this
sticker
match.
that
I know we
is.
all are, so let's
They had
get
the
back
Mew
over
emblem.
to the casters
Is
so
that
we
what
can
you're
get
referring
ready
to? Like that
for this
platinum
grand
Mew emblem?
finals.
That's right. Those are some fighting words between two former teammates that are squaring off here at NAIC. We are about to head into our draft where our two teams
NAIC
are going to
sticker.
pick the Pokemon that they are taking into our first battle. Luminosity, I can't believe they said it was going to be a 3-1. I mean, that's shocking. They're giving a lot of respect to this team.
Yeah, maybe just hedging their bets, right? So if they 3-0 like they have the rest of the season, they outperformed their own prediction. but also just
it
in
looks like
case,
it's just the
you know,
emblem.
Give them a buffer game. But the point that Otter made still rings true. Celestial is good at securing Rayquaza, and sometimes that's just what it boils down to.
Yeah, I'm
We
trying to
saw
pull up a
all
list of
weekend
the
long, and I can't
rewards
imagine
right
the
now.
finals will become any different.
Yeah, and the real question is, can this team play as well as they were playing yesterday? We've seen it before with a team like 2Z Esports in Brazil at LAIC to start our year. Can a team keep that momentum as they head into championships?
Oh, here we go.
Playing
I see
so
the
well
in-game
all
sticker
of
now.
Saturday, and then
Okay, let me find
overnight,
out how to
things
get this
change.
code.
They wake up and they run into
Oh, okay.
LG.
Nice.
Let's take a look at what our weekend has been like here in a format explainer.
Is the 2025 North America International Championships, broadcasting live from the
NAIC 2025, that's all it is?
Here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Pokémon Unite trainers have traveled from around the world to compete over a $500,000 prize pool, with the winning team guaranteeing themselves the final slot at Worlds 2025 in Anaheim, California.
Well, might as well get that
This
NAIC
tournament
sticker.
is a 3-day tug of war that got started with the group stage, where up to 64 teams entered into groups.
Oh my lord,
and
she's
fought
loud.
Until only the top team survived.
Let's just put this down.
Bracket stage, where our trainers were placed in a
I don't think we need the TLDR of what we watched already.
with our two best teams. Today is the finale, Championship Sunday, and our two finalists will go head-to-head to see who claims the NAIC trophy. The match will be a best-of-5. Winner takes all. Today's match winner will gain a direct invitation to Worlds 2025. So, let's delay this no longer and get right into the action.
All right.
That's right. This is the final stop before Worlds in Anaheim, California.
I definitely had time to play a game.
Marble and the world's largest Pokemon tournament.
I definitely had time to play a game. Guys, yeah.
This is really their first shot to show everyone.
Sometimes you're just not sure.
Good they are. If they could beat LG here, like you said before, shockwaves through the Pokemon Unite community, no question.
Yeah, obviously they have to play at their best, and LG has to have a rare LG fumble here, I think, to really open the door. But we're going to see if that's actually going to materialize as we're
All right.
our draft.
Game 1 is starting.
That's right.
Well, I guess the bans for Game 1 are finally starting.
Which Pokemon are banned out that the other team cannot play, and as they pick back and forth here, Doob Snacks, if Overlord in this top position here selects Venusaur, they did select Leafeon, that means you will not see it on the other side of the map here. Psyduck,
Oh, they're gonna go Comfey?
Blaziken and Suicune banned out by our two squads. First pick Trainer on the Leafeon, a speedster Pokemon he is
Mimikyu?
known for. Quick burst damage, and if it
Oh, no,
gets
the Go
through
Chomp.
early, which it often does, it can really take over a game.
Grabbing Snorlax, Garchomp early, really setting the tone here. Snorlax, a phenomenal defender, has been all weekend, and Garchomp, I think, is right
Yeah,
where
just
it
pick
should
up the
be.
Blissey
Finally getting
and the
love it
Armarouge.
deserves, because that is an incredibly strong top path Pokemon.
I want to talk a little bit about Kyrios' selection here. Armarouge, a Pokemon
Oh, man.
I think everyone
Oh,
was
the
sleeping
Blissey
on throughout
pick.
a majority of this season. All of a sudden, when the speedsters weren't as powerful as they were.
Oh, there's the Zoro pick.
We noticed
Yep,
that
Zoro
this thing is
Comfey, I knew it.
incredibly tanky.
I knew it. I knew it.
And that pop-off that you heard from Doomsex is because on the other side, Revelation is grabbing the Zoroark
The
Comfey
Zoro
combo.
Comfey combo.
I mean, it's literally
It is
just
so
like, okay,
strong in this
Zoroark-
tournament.
So, okay, a lot of stuff to dissect here.
Yeah.
And the
Zoroark
Charizard,
Comfey,
let's
of course,
go.
is essentially like jumping out of a plane with a parachute, just all about energy, adrenaline.
I think Charizard still has a 100% win rate in this this year.
Charizard, which isn't played too often, but its Unite move literally scoops up a player from the other team, suplexes them back.
I gotta
early,
double check,
predicted
but I don't know if
side,
Charizard dropped a
make the
game
countryside
this year
chalkboard.
yet.
What I'm looking at here, they chose Charizard in response to that, because as soon as Celestial's going to commit to an engage, Overlord's going to step up, hit that Unite move, isolate the Zoroark, and they're going to collapse and try to get
Mime
that
and
KO.
Char.
Because when you're carrying the Comfey, that's a BOGO deal. That's
Charizard like
count.
counters the strat or
Take a look at
something.
Charizard right here. It is
They
right
don't
there
always pull
first
it out,
angle,
but
so The idea behind it not only would be to isolate a Pokemon like Zoroark that has the Comfey on it. Again,
Leftover is going to
to
gain popularity.
Also reduce the healing that Comfey is able to put out on Zoroark. Looking to counter it in a big way. We're going to see if it works. Charizard, not a common meta pick in Pokemon Unite right now. Overlord, one of the best to
Charizard's
play
pick
the
weight
game,
went
so you
from
gotta
1% to
Yeah,
2%
absolutely.
this
The pick rate
tournament.
is 2%,
So
and I'm pretty sure that 2% is generated strictly by Overlord specifically because of these situations. But it shows that Luminosity Gaming is thinking of unique strategies, way to combat popular things.
Charizard for Comfey,
Comfey is
yeah.
something we've seen before.
Yeah, we've seen this
despite the fact
before.
that Charizard is not.
Here we go.
It's usually with this Zoro pick. With Comfey, you see the Charizard come out.
As our players are loading in our first
Unite move, I guess, makes it like almost a guaranteed KO too.
Finals at NAIC as you are taking a look at the battlefield right now. Luminosity Gaming, your purple team. Revelation, your orange team. These are your best of 5 grand finals.
Going straight into the bottom path is Curios, the bot path attacker here with Slashcan. Mr. Mime, again, another Pokemon that isn't played too much, especially this event with a pick rate of
Let's get this
8%.
coffee going.
See how it can battle against Snorlax, something that's been picked almost every single game we've watched.
Nice secure there by the side of Luminosity. Whoever gets the last hit on these wild Pokemon get all of the Eos energy and all of the experience for their side. So you want to try to take that away from your opponents. Overlord being chased out by the Gibble right there as they are looking to get Otter away from some of these wild Pokemon as well.
Otter going to peel back towards Overlord, and Lunier doing a great job bullying in the 1v2 because Gibble can do that. Despite it being a Stage 2 Pokemon evolution, it actually holds down the fort very well early game.
Now we saw Zoroark actually appear in the top path for a moment here, but it looks like they're running through the center, possibly looking to catch Leafeon if they move through this central area here. Now we have a fight that's about to break out in the top and bottom path over these Altaria and Swablu that spawn here in just a few moments. Leafeon moving up for Luminosity, and we have Zoroark for Revelation.
Oh, and they sussed out exactly where they are, going straight for the engage. Slow Smoke is down. They're trying to pin some of the players of LG so they can get a knockout. Overlord pivoting up top, and they're easy KO there for the Zoroark, and honestly, Revelation getting the better of that exchange.
Beautiful K opener for Revelation, really taking it to Luminosity right there, but something you have to recognize is when Zoroark has that Comfey collar, it's like you're fighting 2 Pokemon, and when players play Zoroark at this level, it's like they're fighting 3. I mean, this Pokemon is unbelievable in the hands of a skilled player.
It really is, and you can see the commitment that Revelation has to getting Celestial online on that Zoroark, going back in
You'll keep popping in?
picking up more and more farm.
Hey,
now, everybody's squaring up here because at 8
is that
crop of Swablu and Altaria, and that represents a lot of early
Hade?
game experience for these teams.
But take a look
Hadi?
at Revelation right here,
Hades?
looking to possibly cut off members of Luminosity.
How you doing, Hades here?
Right here? Heading down towards this fight, Pika jumps in looking for a KO. Curios goes down.
Now we're going straight. Another slow smoke use. Celestial is trying to get a target. Heavy slam by Pika Dip on the eject button. Trainer is able to pick up the KO, and now they're going to score. Counter scores are happening up top, so it's 35 to 30.
Oh man,
slowly changing now.
LG is so good.
Extremely close here. Celestial is trying to punish them for that.
Oh, the wall.
3 members of Luminosity Gaming, they're able to peel away from this. 77 to 30 right there. We had Revelation take the opportunity to score in the top half. Beautiful confusion right into that barrier.
It almost seems like LG just counterpicked the Zoro combo.
Continuing to keep the pressure on now. 115 to 30. Luminosity now has Charizard online.
Very quick Charizard slash on the 1v3, and really Revelation is just trying to get points in now, gaining value where they have the player advantage. On the upside, though, Luminosity did just get their Charizard online, which is a critical moment for them. Curios taking the long way around, about to join maybe the fray.
A big moment here.
As Slashcan's incredibly low on HP. Celestial on the chase here, goes straight for it, and how is Slash still standing?
Impressive stuff from one of the best defender players in the entire game. Moving down here towards Regirock. Revelation ready to secure it. Slash going to try to stop them right now.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful secure by Celestial.
That would have been cool if the Mime got that.
Here we go. Immediately Charizard Unite on Pikachu, flipping and trying to burn down the rest of the squad. Moving forward are all of Luminosity Gaming. The fight goes down. Curios is looking, and a big out of them. Big Mega Man-like energy on that pot shot forces out the Flowery Fields forever. Now the chase continues. Celestial uses their Unite.
No Unite move.
Overlord They want to get to the back line. Another round of slow smoke is down.
We
Celestial
cannot
finally has
get
to bail.
on the carries. Oh my lord. LG's looking so strong right now. Here we go. Here we go.
Leafeon with the Razor Leaf trying to get to them. They do big time Unite move.
Done.
Pick up 2.
That is a huge sequence of knockouts there for Luminosity Gaming. Zora, Compi,
LG is so dominant.
Going to pad number 2. Pikadiff is there, sussed out the situation, but there's no more points in pocket as Trainer quickly goes for the retreat.
There we go. 223, 92. If you take a look at our levels here, Dupes next. Leafeon
Revelation 2-0'd or 3-0'd Orange Juicers. And they're getting just slammed right now.
A speedster with a level advantage is extremely difficult to deal with. On the other side of the map here, the highest level, level 10 on Zorak, level 10 on Garchomp. Not where you want to be for Revelation. Behind on the scoreboard, behind on levels.
Yeah, we see the Garchomp looking to move. Celestial's there. Knows exactly where Kyrios is. Forces out the...
Not enough damage.
They're going to have to retreat. Big Mewtwo Y Unite, and that forces out Mr. Mime Showtime. Bliss Assistant's going to help save Kyrios
oh,
at least
man.
for a moment. They're pivoting back to Lumiere. Dragon
oh, they cannot...
They're trying to Dragon Claw combo. No, they go down. We're going right back upstairs.
Blissey
armor. But now they're going to pay for it. KO Shrika 2 for Trainer.
Wow, and the only one left standing is the Snorlax being chased down by multiple members of Luminosity Gaming right here.
Luminosity is so good at isolating those targets too. Oh my lord.
So it can continue burning the Snorlax. Pikadiff actually, never mind, might make it out.
Oh my lord.
Not at all. But you saw how clever the use of the Mr. Mime wall was, because once the block goes up, Snorlax can only move backwards, but it's locked into its position it faces. Putting the wall behind it prevented Pikadiff from being able to escape.
They're not letting them breathe.
Easy Regirock here for the side of Luminosity Gaming. Gonna give them that nice defense and special defense buff here.
Leafeon's level 13 right now. Amaruga's level 12.
Very soon here on the top path. Curious at this tier 1 goal zone.
They're gonna need a very good team fight to come back in this game now.
Curious does have their Unite move, puts right on top, hits 2 targets.
Oh no!
Disaster. 3 players down, make it 4.
Oh. Oh no.
Sitting on a different spot in the map.
Yeah, this is just very tough for Revelation here. Luminosity, will they break the goal zone before Reggie even gets there?
Almost got it. Almost got that zone.
Goal zone is gone. The tier 1 goal zones are up. Both top and bottom for Luminosity Gaming. 360.
Oh man, to flip 300 points in a game like this.
Rayquaza that Revelation desperately need to secure.
Even Ray won't do it now. I know it might be over. 300 points is not likely in a game like this.
Flowery Fields forever. Pinned against the wall with the Mr. Mime Confusion Barrier combo. They go down. Dispenza bites the dust. Now Mewtwo trying to get into the mix, but it's going to be a fruitless endeavor because all of Revelation has to retreat.
Well, I mean, Revelation right now really has one.
You really have to make a new strategy against LG.
And the question is, will they capture it or let it slip? What they need to do right now is stay on their side of the map, get as much experience as possible, and make a miracle play at Ray, taking down one of the big Pokemon.
Zoro keeps thinking he's the main character, going in alone. He's got the Compe on him.
KO timer will be massive. They might have the ability to win this thing.
Their whole team come revolves around Zoro Compe. But it seems that, like, LG, like, they're very aware of the team compositions. So, like, they've seen this. They know how to counter this kind of strategy. Look at that. Zoro can't even get it confirmed. Not one confirmed from Zoro.
And Overlord is going to make it out after expending their own Unite move to save themselves.
There's the Bliss Assistant Slash coming in right now.
Okay.
Showtime looking to end this fight. Luminere's in a lot of trouble and Garchomp goes down.
It's done.
They're chased by a Trainer. Trainer's going to be there and going for more action. Trainer goes right back on top.
They got nothing.
Zorark's down.
Nothing.
The rest of LG. Overlord after the reset sees the space and time they want. Slashcan's going to have to bubble everybody out. Oblivion steps in. They're looking up a Sajak. Bang. Mr. Mime again.
Mr. Mime again with the confirm. Wow. Not even close. Not even close. I'm sorry, Revelation. They made them look bad, bro. Y'all made the finalists look bad.
But not even enough time for Revelation. They would need to KO every single member of Luminosity and score full-pocketed goals here of 50 AOS energy each to come back in this game somehow.
Solo queue
And
type of game.
Luminosity feels like they're in a perfect position here. They get to run right by, pick up some KOs. I mean, they don't even need to score here, Duke Snacks.
I mean,
Revelation's being cool, but as soon as they go against LG, they seem like a new team.
And immediately, with one press of a button, that beautiful Emerald 2
They need to, like, chill their nerves, maybe.
For Revelation, and that effectively puts the final nail in the coffin of Revelation.
Zoro was really trying to get some of those KOs, and it was not working out.
He is making a name for himself out here as one of the best.
That might be like the first KO I think I've seen Zera got.
A bit yesterday. I think Trainer is the kind of player who would play that Zoroark without a Comfey, Leafy on the same way. And
But you can't do Zoro Comfey again. There's no way. With this result, there's no way you do this combo again. Hopefully they're like, hopefully Revelation's been like cooking up something that LG doesn't know about. Like a little like strategy that like you wouldn't expect to see in a tournament like this. Hopefully they've been like working on that, because any traditional team comp, LG's gonna see it coming and they're probably just gonna counter. They're probably gonna counter it.
Won LAIC, they won EUIC, and now they are looking for that third international title of the season. Also, these are back-to-back world champions.
Yeah, Revelation's got to slow down. Hopefully pick out another team comp that they got in the back pocket.
Damage, 13 knockouts. Trainer, unsurprisingly, buffing those numbers at the end of the game where we saw that amazing KO streak of 2, which honestly just felt like child's play. I mean, they just immediately just jumped in. We've got our stats on the side on our other monitor here. Anything that stands out for us?
Well, I mean, 85,000 damage from Kyrios here. So we talked about Armarouge being a breakout star Pokemon. One of the things that I think is best about it is it feels like anything that wants to dive it, whether it's a Zoroark, whether it's this Garchomp, whether they have a Talonflame that wants to crash it.
Only 46,000 with the Comfey.
As this attacker with Fire Spin, able to give itself these shields, have incredible recovery, and because of that, it's just a constant...
I can't believe how hard they shut down Zoro that game.
Now we're kind of seeing the trajectory of this game, and it's the purple line going straight up to the roof here, as it really was a one-note...
Cannot believe how hard they shut down Zoro that game.
To win.
That's right. They looked incredible here in game number 1. It's about what we would expect out of Luminosity Gaming, and I'm hoping
this may be a quick finals.
Kind of kick into that gear that we saw them on yesterday. I mean, the kind of team that in day 1 took down Nouns Esports 2-0. In day 2, they were able to take down the Orange Juicers 3-0.
But I've been saying this since yesterday. I just want them to take one game off of LG. I think that's good enough. They just take one game off of LG.
Undefeated, they are running into the monsters that are Luminosity Gaming.
We need these teams to figure out.
Gotta prove you're on the same wavelength as them.
Day 2 run into a championship Sunday performance. I know Revelation, they left a lot
Best of 5, yeah,
for themselves. I'm sure they're trying to work through it. But for some reason, Luminosity Gaming, every time they step into these situations, already feel like they've been playing all day, and they're walking in to just play another match and continue that run. Whereas every other team we've seen on Championship Sunday so far feels like, again, just completely disjointed, like they're being woken up, like they're having issues getting going, and Revelation needs to figure it out quick because they're running out of time.
Look, I don't think there's a scarier squad to run into in the grand finals than LG. They play so incredibly well. They make very few...
LG really is that squad right now.
Game number 1, they can deliver an absolute dominant
Alright, Leafeon ban. Yeah, 20% Leafeon ban. I got a ban. And the Blissey. Blissey was annoying. Yeah.
On that support Pokemon, it's incredibly strong.
And we have Suicune for the final ban. This is a Pokemon that I really don't think should be making it through any draft, if I'm being honest. Agreed. I think Suicune is unbelievably busted right now.
About to say, you gonna pull the Darkrai?
The stuns, the freezes from this Pokemon is incredible. First pick,
oh, I got so excited. I got so excited when I saw the Dragapult. I was like, there's no way. There's no way he pulls up the Dragapult, is there?
The combos are incredible, and if this Pokemon can get online, it can take over games.
Hoopa Duck. Oh, no.
Which means every other pick LG is going to have is going to be high octane. However, you are giving Pikadiff Snorlax. Very predictable to great tank Pokemon.
Revelation got the Snorlax pick.
Incredibly strong on it. Oblivion.
And they got the Armarouge plate. Okay.
Curios, something that Curious has been playing a lot over the last 2 days, and obviously last game was no exception.
You know, this is what you start to see.
Gotta kind of force them into their uncomfortable positions. Oh.
Back and forth through these drafts, you're starting to take
Trainer's gonna take the Zoro though.
The enemy team that you know they desperately want, right? You're very aware of how that Curios has been crushing it on the
Hoopa,
so you're gonna steal
Talonflame combo.
On this other side here,
Let's see how they can deal with that.
The Talonflame, I don't know if that's going to be switched for Trainer. I feel like I've not seen Curios play much Talon.
Doesn't matter. It can flex between the two.
Talon Hoopa is such an impressive combo.
He likes on the other side. He can make the call and they can swap, or he can pick up the Talonflame and nab something for Curios. And to me, I
wow,
like that
he pulled out the owl.
We're going to swap that up. Again, Decidueye playing at long range, and Teleon does as well. But the difference between the two, Teleon has a bit more range, but that Spirit Shackle from Decidueye goes through targets, whereas the Snipe Shot from Inteleon eats the, just eats up the first thing it hits.
Yeah, I mean, we actually saw Decidueye kind of make its return to the scene. It feels like during regionals, EU was playing a ton of this Pokemon here, and now we're actually seeing it, out here in NA. Feels like a strong picker. One thing that you have to recognize, it outranges everything on the side of Revelation in a massive way, and Revelation doesn't have the best dive on their side either. They kind of want to fight at this close range, brawling, but they're not that interested in diving into the back line. Of course, you have Buzzwole Unite. You have some options there, but it really doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get
the double support and Hoopa running Curse Incense.
So rare do we see Trainer fighting from range.
Boy.
Razor Leaf Decidueye?
I do not.
There's no way.
This is not going to be a fun team comp to play against. That's for sure. You can only imagine how hard they're going to be going for these objectives with all those Unite moves. Holy.
As they are keeping the pressure on their opponents as we're getting ready for game number 2. Revelation, your purple team, Luminosity Gaming, your orange team, best of 5 grand finals, LG up 1 game.
Now, Revelation has to rally quickly here. Obviously, in terms of range, Luminosity has it covered, but they can at least close the gap on Decidueye if they level up early and put the screws to Trainer.
Yeah, and here we are in the top path, seeing what we can do. Overlord actually possibly walking right by. They're trying to get a secure here, moving in on Dispenza and Lunier, trying to get a KO right away as we head down to the bottom path immediately to see Curios having to go back on Talon.
Yeah, good pressure put on by LG. And
first 30 seconds, they're already showing their dominance. That's crazy.
Looking for some of this experience here. It's so vital early on if you can steal away some of that. Nice secure there from Luminosity, able to get Overlord level 4. Steenie now, but they really get online when they become Zarina at level 6.
We have that Dark Trick showing up. Of course, that is Trainer going to be sitting there waiting and hanging out to see what the rest of the Revelation team does. We've got a couple pings here as the Torchic is running away from path, and I think they've lost sight of it here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to leave Eldegoss just in the top path here as a little Gossifleur. They're going to give a lot of this over to the side of Luminosity Gaming. No, some of it's secured there by Dispenza.
Well done.
Impressive stuff into 3.
I mean, Dispenza's been having just a great tournament to begin with. Nice split scores here. Of course, on the bottom side, it's a big overload. You can't just take everything, so Slash is just playing safe, trying to A-press and prevent as many scores as possible. But Overlord has evolved. Dartrix going back to the center. We've got a little bit of a Fletchender cover here as Curios is having a tough time evolving.
Yeah, Curios having a tough time, but Overlord
getting those stacks up
in the top path. Now that they are Serena, they can brawl. They're playing the triple axle build, which will just let them continue to spin that kick through the opposing team.
How many stacks does Serena have so far?
Big time KO in the
yeah.
And they're going to continue putting the pressure on here.
I mean, great
level 7 to the Armarouge level 5.
Creating space, using the headache well. Now, here comes Celestial trying to poach Overlord. Looks like they cleansed through it, and now they're into the back line, and they're going to keep the pressure on. Pikadiff is making Trainer scramble. Trainer's in a lot of trouble. No way. Heavy slam.
Trainer gets out of that.
The pressure continues.
Okay.
It does go down, but we're going to keep this thing going. We're finally playing Portals.
Oh.
Snacks loves it.
Here we go.
That was an
After runaway
interesting
from the fight,
reversal.
Not yet level 7. A good engagement from both of these teams. You can see Celestial on this Buzzwole trying
That was
to
a really
take
good
down
engagement.
multiple members of LG. We had Zarina dive too deep, and they were taken down. As we have a fight breaking out here right now.
And another fight already. Oh, man.
Taking to the skies is Curious, crash landing after that fly on top of the other team.
Oh, the Psyduck!
With a nice heavy slam in the back. Celestial just punching up Overlord, getting some spacing, has to grab some berries.
Oh,
and
the
Overlord
Psyduck
now
Psychic
back
is so
over half
strong.
HP with a nice shield. They're pivoting to Regirock.
I gotta say, the psychic play there from Psyduck, able to reposition that Blaziken early in the fight was.
Yeah, he got the
Looking for
Psyduck.
Regirock.
Oh, and he missed
Not able to
it.
get There is that Spirit Shackle from Trainer. Beautiful, secure.
Well done by Luminosity Gaming. Good pressure by Celestial, at least getting a knockout
Oof.
there in that exchange, so not leaving with nothing.
Luminosity is
Forced in
shuffling
response,
aggro
able to
so
take
nicely
Regieleki.
as
We
well.
see the knock arrow in tandem with Overlord, gets another knockout, and they're going to be able to rip Regieleki right where it spawned here. Dispenza going to step up, hiding in the bushes.
Nice.
He does
Oh, he
it. Overlord,
missed.
He walks into that one. Portal is down. Is Overlord going to make it? No. Now they're below half HP, but nobody can follow up.
Yeah, they cannot chase in on that fight because they know they are just going to be peppered with those arrows from Trainer. Decidueye able to play at some pretty incredible range, and I really do think if you look at Revelation's comp, it's going to be very difficult to get back there and stop them, so they are going to be putting out a ton of damage. Otter in a little bit of trouble right here, being blocked into the wall. Curios just watching from the tall grass, deciding whether or not they want to fight here, flying up into the air and peeling back.
Now we're sitting on pad. We've got 3 players just hanging out. Spirit Shackles is going to be able to help close that distance, especially with the range they're putting on. Able to, of course, get some of that action, too. Luminosity is playing incredibly well.
Yeah, Luminosity is doing very well here, but Revelation way more in this game than game number 1. 57-114 right now. A little bit of a fight possibly breaking there. Look at once again that Psychic onto the Blaziken. They're moving in for the fight. Talonflame up
Oh,
in the air.
Buzzwole's down.
Celestial goes down.
Great surf to pin
Psyduck is doing so much work.
Out from the rest of the team, allowing Armarouge to get on top of Trainer. 3 players down. They need to get a quality KO. They do. Trainer does go down. That's at least something. Get some of that experience back. Pikadiff is going to have to defend this goal zone. They're going to do their best in the face of 3. Nice block, and Overlord just immediately grassy glides back in. Here comes Dispenza for the support, filling in their role well. Celestial picks up, puts down.
Damn, they still got it.
And KO'd.
And here we have 7
Closer
seconds
game?
to this bottom. Reggie hits the map here with
So
multiple
far, it's a
members of
closer game.
Revelation. They are ready to fight. We don't have the Hoopa down here to bring the team down with their Unite.
This game can
Knockout
still open
arrows
up.
Out, and Reggie Steele's being ripped apart by Revelation.
Yeah, we'll see if LG even wants to make a play for it. Maybe just looking
Okay,
for
they got
knockouts.
it.
Go for that prayer spirit.
That was
shackle,
close.
But in the face of 5, it's difficult. We're sitting on pad, and late to the game is Curious. Rings Unbound's going to pull them through. Right into the back line is Celestial, and they're putting an absolute blender with another series of good serves.
Yikes.
And that actually seemed to be the only thing that Revelation wanted to do. Let's send in Celestial, buy some time, and everybody else leave.
And you can see Curious.
Yeah, the problem is Buzzwole and Eldegoss still went down.
Take away this Excelgor buff right here. Getting blocked into the wall, but able to get it still. Talonflame, incredibly mobile, really difficult to deal with. Otter, once again, just pestering them with that Psyduck Psychic. Maybe the most annoying Pokemon to play against in the entire game. Psyduck is unbelievably good.
You don't like this
So
arena?
frustrating
Too
for the opposing
CCable?
team.
Absolutely, I love Psyduck. Fly to help secure. It was pretty
You
much
definitely need a
like
good
that anyways,
team.
But we'll just speed up the clock. And I believe, did they secure that before the 4-minute mark? Because that might be a difference maker. Probably too close. Here we go. The fight rages.
Oh.
Fly in. Celestial's low. Overlord uses their Unite move on them.
Gets it
Single
on the
isolation
Buzzwole.
target, single isolation target down. Right into the back line. Overlord continues. They finally get knocked out. I believe that was an overheat. Heavy slam coverage by Pikadiff. Not good enough. Portal's going to reset Curio so they can come back through. Yes. Knock arrow is out. They're going to get that back in time. Pikadiff is low. Can't quite get a knockout. Lunier's going to get crash landed on with a fly.
Oh.
Regieleki hits. Luminosity Gaming is hitting every single vibe they can.
Wow, beautiful
Wow.
play there from Curios on the Talonflame.
Over 200 now. They're...
Gets a
Oh no.
KO and then scores
The gap
that
is
goal.
so wide now.
Defenseless from that Regieleki. Beautiful stuff there.
It's looking,
295 with a minute until Ray Quays.
Looking a little hard here.
That could change a lot in a match, but But when you're already down by hundreds of points, even if you get it, the opposing team has a lot of opportunities to stay in the match.
We're very close to the same situation as first game. Yeah.
Flabbergasted. Revelation needs to find
Very close to the same
right
situation.
Reggie Rock's the next target here, and we're going straight for the body, son. The fly into the back line. Overlord
All right, they got the Serena.
But the rings unbound Hoopa is laying some good stuns. The exchange is a 2-for-1. Now we're trying to stun down Oblivion. They're going to retreat, and now this Reggie Rock.
No, boy.
Beautiful stuff from LG, and the spirit shackles from Trainer have been on point, catching 2 in that fight in a massive way. The longer range Decidueye is at, the more damage it will actually do with that spirit shackle. So it being able to stay out of these engagements is perfect for it right here. Just trying to see who they can find with their Shadow Sneak. And we have Curios hopping in, landing.
All right, Rayquaza is in.
For LG, they get to decide how they want this to go.
Nice little move there by Oblivion. We're taking to the skies. Lumiere sussed out, and the pressure.
Right, big flash in.
The portal is down. Knock, knock, arrows out. Celestial's going straight towards Otter. Otter gets
Oh, we got the
KO'd.
Hoopa.
Trainer's in trouble. They're down. 3 players
Whoa,
down.
whoa.
Revelation
Wait a
is
second.
looking to flip the script. Overlord is standing tall by themselves.
They gotta do a vip.
Race of 4 on the timer is Armourouge.
But they can't
Overlord
lose it.
going straight in. They
Flame
go
sweep.
on.
Oh no!
The middle here, as they're going to keep the pressure on. Fly is too early.
Fly too early.
Pulled out. It's secured by Revelation.
Let's go, Revelation!
They are down by 240.
Can they do it? Can they do it?
A lot of scores here, but they've got a lot of shields.
That's right.
300 points right here.
So these 50 points are hundo burgers, everyone. 357, 290.
No way!
Members of LG are now scrambling, trying to figure out what they can do. Shield still on the.
All right, it's still a minute.
What a
There's
beautiful
still a
play.
minute.
3 down, they went for it. Even with Talonflame there, they baited it out. Talon with the fly too early, and Revelation able to secure. But with a minute left, LG is looking to fight.
Buzzful getting caught. Oh,
60
Buzzful still
points.
alive.
They've got an opportunity here. They need to take some knockouts first. Bang.
Oh no! Oh no!
But we've got a hundo going back on the backside. Now it makes the mission a lot tougher for LG.
Another hundo.
Here, we still have shields. We got to put the pressure on. Pinned against the wall by Picadip.
They stopped the 50 top. They stopped the hundo top.
Down, power nap right on top of it. And
They did it. I think they did it.
Fly by Curios to reset.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
457, 295 at this point. They have to make 2.
No way.
We have the Eldegoss in the air. Talon trying to make a play, landing into an overheat and getting absolutely destroyed.
Overlord
No
is not enough.
way. Revelation brought this one back.
Stand tall. KO streak of 2 for the Blaze.
Wow.
Keep on pushing.
GG's.
Revelation steps back into this one and takes a win.
We were wondering when Revelation was going to wake up. Here they are tying it up in our
Let's
grand finals.
go. Revelation.
Prediction was 3-1.
Wow.
One step closer for that
Wow.
to materialize. However, we know that Revelation would like to turn that on its head and 3-1 back the other way.
What a fight.
They did it.
Revelation. And we talked about it earlier in the match. Doob Snacks keeping it
Nice
so
revelation for Revelation.
than game number 1, and they needed that.
A real revelation that game. Oh, look at that. They're so defeated.
Pokemon start going down. The
They had it and they threw it. Oh my lord.
Curios moves in too early with Talonflame. You love to see the flame sweep. You love to see the fly. But look at the patience on
Luminosity does bleed.
Stop hitting the Rayquaza. Let them use all the
Revelation proved that Luminosity can indeed
Well-timed,
bleed.
baited that
At
out
least a
first.
little bit.
You know, Overlord having themselves a heck of a game, but that just wasn't quite enough because the team fight was too strong. And keep in mind, they
Almost-
didn't knock
Overlord
out
almost
in
did
that
3
final
times
fight.
the damage
They knocked
as
everybody else
Buzzwole.
out.
That's
Good
insane.
targets down, namely Trainer.
Almost
a great
3 times the
option
damage.
for this team. And
It was a Hoopa ult. They shouldn't have lost it. Yeah. They got cocky.
Knockouts, bunch of points, bunch of damage.
Yeah,
They got cocky.
76,000 damage here, and one thing that Blaza can do that Serena cannot.
But like the thing is,
right? With overheat,
Revelation still needs to change up the team. They got lucky. This was a lucky team fight that made them win the game. Like they can't run this comp again, I feel. They need to change something up still. They still need to change something up.
Right? You have to not only secure the damage, you have to secure the objectives, and you have to get the KOs when it matters. Those 3 KOs at Rayquaza for Revelation were everything.
Absolutely. It gave them just the window they needed, and they've been doing this all weekend, right? Get a couple knockouts, send Picadif and Dispenza to create
All right.
secure.
We're at a
This
finals
helps
now.
get
We have a real
knockouts,
finals now.
Everybody get on the same page, back on Rayquaza, secure.
Worked once, but LG is a master of reading the same team comp. That was a pure luck game. That was a pure luck game.
We have the Psyduck, and then we finally have the Blissey, which does mean first pick Suicune is available.
Oh, they're gonna steal?
Oh. They take it right away.
Oh no, they took the Suicune. They need to take they need to take
Revelation here. How are you going to react to it? And immediately into
they need to take the Snorlax and the Blaziken. Okay.
Lunier back to the Blaziken because you definitely don't want that in the hands of Overlord, but it still opens up a lot of good options for LG.
They took the Armarouge and the Hoopa. Oh, Blaziken looks like it's on the table again. Could be an Aegislash though.
Will be playing the Snorlax. They would love to take it if they left it open, but that's fine. You can have the Snorlax. This Suicune could be a huge difference.
They need to outthink them.
If Otter is going to be the
Yeah, I was hoping they were experimenting with some other team comps.
Some players will play this as more of a carry, but a lot of teams are flexing.
Because they did the typical ones we see. Like LG already looks like they know how to play against it.
You're powering up your allies with your EXP share. You're staying in the fight with something like the Buddy Barrier and Focus Band.
Oh wow.
At the same time,
Hoopa and Zoro.
And freezing them. Final two picks over here to Luminosity. They want to hang out with that Serena and Trainer once again. The only Zoroark player I feel like who doesn't need a
What? What?
Duraludon on camera here. Now,
Duraludon? And they already have
not a secure option in sight. They're going for the fight the whole way. On the other side, you do have Blaziken to secure.
What?
Pick out of Oblivion.
After they picked Zoro as well. You picked the least mobile attacker. They picked the most stationary attacker after the Zoro pick. What?
Because this Pokemon can do very well. Oftentimes in a solo.
It's running Charging Charm too on Duraludon. It's so interesting.
Never see it, but this is the team that brings it out.
Well,
all right, this is it.
Let's do it.
That's what we're talking about.
Let's go.
The only way to beat Luminosity is if you're cooking up a strategy that you haven't brought into a tournament that nobody has seen yet. That way, LG won't know how to play against it.
You are not used to playing against it. And that is actually something really great.
That's how you beat LG. You use something that LG doesn't know how to play against.
It could trip them up. But the question is, can you actually trip up LG with anything like that? I don't know. As we get ready for our next match here on Thea Sky Ruins, our battleground here in Pokemon Unite.
If this works, this can change the outcome of today completely. This is the most important game of today right now. The most important game right now.
And they've got probably my favorite Pokemon in competitive right now, Suicune.
Yeah.
It is so strong. And don't forget, it just got nerfed, and it's still taking over the game.
Yeah, it's unbelievably powerful. It got some small nerfs, and it is still doing great. A lot of teams will not let this through, and we'll see if
all right, three-man top.
For that mistake. Early rotation here by the Mew.
They gave the red buff to the
Yeah, I mean,
Aldegoss.
Mew getting a good buff, and in that area, able to put a lot of pressure on. Quick rotation, too, because it doesn't need much.
Oh, the overextension. No!
Can they get Dispenser, Lunier? They're on the chase. They're split pushing here. Slash can bang with the Astonish, and that's 3 players down in a heartbeat. And I'll tell you what, that looked real good.
I mean, they were caught in that Suicune avalanche right there. The slows.
How many solo queue games start like this?
Destroyed. Trainer now running up to the top.
Oh, they're putting the pressure on.
Stack in right here as 3 members of Revelation are trying to push them back.
They're really just setting up, you know, they're so powerful.
Oh, man.
Has here. They're looking for bodies. Here comes Oblivion, and we're going straight for it. Damage put in. Suicune gets a knockout on Torchic. Look at the damage, though. That
he didn't have the damage. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Leading to a KO of Overlord, and now the pressure continues.
Take a look at this here. I mean, this Flash Cannon Duraludon actually doing some serious work in the top path, pushing back LG. They were able to pick up.
Flash Cannon is pretty strong.
So it might be a difference maker in this match.
It certainly was in that that moment because if Oblivion did not show up,
How is
Revelation did not
Duraludon
have
going to
enough in the tank
position
there.
for
It
these
would have
team
been
fights?
An absolute crime scene with Trainer just ripping through all those bodies.
Now
That's
we
the
have
biggest question right
Luminosity
now.
Getting ready for this fight here in the middle at 8 minutes as we're trying to give as much experience as we can over to our Blaziken on the side of Revelation. Really doesn't get online until it hits level 7, kind of level 8.
Oh, nice little poach there back. We're going to see if we can get some knockouts. The portal are down.
You got popped. You just got popped.
Back through the portal is Curios. The pressure continues. Pikadiff is looking low on HP, but really Overlord just bought some time.
I don't know, Revelation. I don't think this team comp's going to work.
Central area.
Triple KO, you're welcome, says Trainer, as they absolutely rip through Revelation.
I don't know if this team comp is going to work.
11 right now. Some exciting
This is a
plays
sitting
from Revelation
target.
here early, but they cannot slow Luminosity down.
Right back through the portal is Overlord, not willing to give up on these knockouts, and they get one. The Flash Cannon Dura, though, putting in a little bit of work, but is it enough work? No, they say take a break, son, maybe for the next 7 minutes.
Oh, no.
We're going to win this one.
Here we go. Nice scores in this bottom path. Huge overdunk there. 30 into this goal zone.
This is not looking good. This is looking even worse than game 2 again.
Similar position we were last game.
This is more similar to game 1.
But it's down, not out, right?
Yeah.
Revelation was able to get themselves together and execute through the finish line. They need to do the same thing. Luminosity Gaming, on the other hand,
Trying to figure their strat.
how they can keep that pressure up and not allow them to
Yeah, Mew
reset.
coaching to the boost Dura. You also have Mew Unite move.
Get away from the damage from Mew. Regieleki being ripped apart by Revelation right now, but it looks like Luminosity is coming in, trying to get a secure right here. The overheat.
Oh, Mew got it.
Celestial, great work there, of course, coming.
Yeah, you had the Mew use your Unite move around Dura.
Use their Unite move to isolate Pikadiff. The portal is there, but the grassy glide.
There's no it doesn't have enough damage anymore.
I'm not going towards resets. There's another KO. Pikadiff goes down. 4 players down. This
I mean,
Menza nowhere in sight. They don't want to step up and want that action.
It's a good strategy if Duraludon can get ahead, but Duraludon's level 7. They're level 11. Their supports are level 8. And their carry Duraludon is level 7. Like, that's the biggest problem with this strategy right now.
Through the goal zones. Truly the best macro Pokemon in the game, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
No. Slash Can just ticked over to level 9. Bringing in
They're going to need some very good team fights.
Kind of go into the Hoopa Unbound.
And Duraludon's going to need some KOs. Like, Duraludon's going to need some gifted experience, to say the least.
If Revelation was heating up, Luminosity is shutting them down right now, putting them back in the freezer.
Could be a good catch. Could be a good catch.
Here on Overlord, not able to slap them.
No.
Yeah, now they're trying to collapse 4v3 on the 3 players of LG that have left themselves exposed. Oh, great Suicune Unite might buy enough time. Otter does go down.
Wow.
Curious has to run out themselves. They pop their Unite move just to be able to get out of dodge. So in exchange there, let's give Otter, our experienced share support player, in lieu of getting everybody else out safely.
3:24 now, 2:11 at the 5-minute mark. Luminosity absolutely taking over this game, and they still have 2 tier 2 goal zones up. Regirock being ripped apart right here. Revelation coming in.
See if they can get the steal.
There's the revolving ruin, but it's not enough.
Isolated again. Lumiere is by Overlord. The chase is on, and that
this isn't working.
Trying to do what it can, but when it puts that big ring,
this strategy didn't work at all.
Wants to fight in. Celestial now goes down. Overlord on this Zarina. Last game, objectively, looked great. They didn't win, but it looked terrific. Now they got to put the pressure on. Overheat is there. Otter half HP.
Over 300.
Gets out. The mobility that Zarina
going on to 350 difference.
Zarina just able to combo so well and dash across the map. Continuing these fights, I mean, the Zarina from Luminosity is relentless here as Trainer is setting up this Regieleki. Overlord now moving up here, and it looks like Revelation is just going to have to
oh man.
Their tier 2 goals.
Something that we want to mention with
the level difference is so huge.
Tier 1s are still available. they can open what we like to call the hyperspace highway and go up and down between paths very quickly. Because of that, it makes it difficult for
What is
Revelation to
Duraludon's
find
positioning?
value or gain experience through scoring.
It's a bit weird. I think he's supposed to be like just getting the heals from Eldegoss, and then the shields from Mew as well to
decides to get pulled through. No, they're just still sitting there babysitting, and they close the goal zone out before Revelation can adjust, and that's the strength of Hoopa. Come on, dude.
Wow.
I mean, unbelievable.
Wow.
423.
It's another solo queue game.
Luminosity took that loss personally, and they said, yeah, 3-1. That's all we're going to give them right here, as they are up.
Hey, at least Revelation took a game off, right?
Which means even if Revelation is able to win at Rayquaza, they would need 5 members to score after that fight.
Oh my lord.
But they're behind on levels.
We need a perfect team fight. They literally need a perfect team fight now.
Look how easily they're baiting out that flash cannon from Duraludon. As soon as the Duraludon plants its feet and starts firing, they're able to get out of dodge quickly. And Otter is really the only one that is in harm's way there. Nice.
Alright, last 30 seconds until Rayquaza.
All of a sudden, this Regirock's back on the table for both squads.
Yeah, and here we go. Overlord moving in right there with the Unite move at 230.
Oh, they didn't even get it.
With the big time Unite, and look at LG just moving through the entire squad of Revelation before Ray.
No KOs.
The good news is for Revelation.
Oh boy.
The bad news is you're looking at absolute monsters on the other. This is like Space Jam Monstars before like Bill Murray came in and saved the day, right? He was the hero of that movie, Bill Murray.
I believe he was. Yeah, Michael Jordan was a side character.
Nah, he was a main character. Main character energy, at least. Here we go. We got ourselves a
There you go.
here. Pikatif with a decent engage. Great follow-up surf combination. And now Kyrios is in an absolute blender.
Oh.
Duraludon gets KO'd by
Look at that. Like he got KO'd by the Armavoog and the Hoopa. Just those 2 targets. Like they didn't need the Zoro to get Duraludon. They didn't need Serena to get Duraludon. It was just the Armavoog and Hoopa.
Revelation does have that overheating pocket. What is Otter going to do to sustain that? And they're seeing the option that Revelation has to get out of this one, and they're shutting that door quickly. Rayquaza belongs to Luminosity.
GG's.
And you know what time it is?
GG's.
Absolute dominant.
Only 11 points too. Oh boy.
We're at 599 points to 11. One of the
Oh, this is brutal. This is so brutal. Oh, they're gonna win by 1,000? Are they gonna win by 1,000?
LG supporting their teammate Otter and his prediction that he made. They're like, you know what, 3-1. You said it. We didn't want you. We wanted you to say 3-0, but you said 3-1. We don't want you to be embarrassed on this big stage.
Oh,
so we'll
no.
And then we'll just rally back from there.
You know, Luminosity is one of these teams that I feel like...
Flash Cannon stun into Solar Beam into Overheat's the only win condition.
In such an impressive way.
Hey, Twin Suns, you can't throw something you never have. 1,100 now. 1,200 now.
1,231 points in a grand finals. I don't know if I've ever seen something like this. Stats team, get on.
Oh my lord. This may be one of the biggest differences in a setting like this. I don't think we have 1,200 points. Oh my god.
That was tough to watch.
Don't pick Duraludon again, please. Please don't pick Duraludon again. That did not work. That did not work. But yeah, you can't throw something you never had.
With Zoinks and Teleon on the map, curtains. We're down 2K minimum.
Yeah.
Oh, Revelation's probably feeling so defeated after that too. I hope they can bounce back at least for this last game.
I always do feel like a match like that, the silver lining for Revelation is you can't get any worse than that.
Right.
It can't be any worse than that. Whatever happens,
all you have to do, for this next game,
don't play Duraludon. Let's go back to
is score more than 11 points. That's all they have to do.
Necessarily like the issue.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a great scapegoat. You just can't pick it up after that.
That's also true. That's also true.
Duraludon didn't do anything that game,
very well from these situations.
and it wasn't even like the typical targets.
As it can possibly go.
Like, it wasn't the Zoro or the Serena that took down the Duraludon. Like, it was just the Hoopa and the Armarouge. Like, it didn't work whatsoever.
With this Zarina this time, not using Stomp, but the Grassy Glide.
They got no steals with Duraludon, no confirms with Duraludon. That was hard to watch. That was so hard to watch.
Just Overlord up there fighting against 3 members of Revelation. Of course, had a little backing from that Regieleki, but with this Pokemon, with the combos, with the
Serena still didn't touch 100k though.
Able to reset your moves and give you either a large shield or some incredible healing, depending on how you decide to play. It's just really difficult to take this Pokemon down, especially in the hands of such.
All right, this may be the last game.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to see Overlord lock in Zarina again.
Yeah.
For the yes.
I wonder if they ban Serena or they still ban Leafeon. Because, like, you're banning Leafeon because you're like, damn, we can't give this guy Leafeon. He's too good with him. Or, like, he's too oppressive with Leafeon. But that Serena has proven to be a problem. So do you switch the Leafeon ban to the Serena ban? Maybe try to pick up Leafeon, ban Serena, try and take Leafeon?
It feels like they were really missing out on that Buzzwole, too. I mean, on the side of Revelation. I feel like their Buzzwole was incredible in the games that we've seen from them here, and that might be a difference maker. I mean, when you have something that wants to stay there, brawling your team, having an opportunity to isolate it, take it out of its combos, send it up into the air, bring it right back down with a smackdown. I mean, there's a lot you can do against a Pokemon like that with Buzz.
Okay, so let's take a deep breath here. Let's try and help Revelation solve this mystery.
Yeah.
Like you said, Duraludon.
Oh man, man looks stressed.
Deal breaker here, like the reason they lost by any means.
Going in on Homeboy, just hand on head. It's like, oh man, what are we gonna do, guys?
Without question,
so like maybe I can pull out like the Blaziken again.
Banana lands. You cannot do that.
Little stat here on the screen: Luminosity Gaming 1 win away from being the NAIC 2025 champions, and of course this would mean that they won LAIC, EUIC, and NAIC in a single season, winning. That's all three. That's all three. We call that a three-peat in the business, the hat trick.
Do we?
Well,
we do now.
We do now.
Okay, we definitely do now. They're going for the
Oh boy.
Stop saying it now.
I really want Revelation to at least come swinging out in this last game. They don't need to win this last game, but they cannot get blown out like game 1 and game 3. They need to like prove there'll be a fighting chance and not just a Rayquaza flip. You know what I mean?
To bring that back in, obviously take Suicune out of the equation.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? And Luminosity Gaming says, yeah, we know how strong it is. We're gonna
Oh, you're giving them Leafeon again. Wow.
I can't believe you let us have that in game.
But does Revelation try to take any of the picks though?
Prediction is correct. They will be ending this series here in a 3-1.
Like, are they gonna try and take Leafeon or Serena maybe?
I'm curious to see exactly what they want to do. We could have a side.
Yep, they take Leafeon. I knew it. I knew it. What'd I say? What'd I say? What'd I say?
Luminosity, though. I really wanted to see.
I thought they were gonna ban Serena, but I knew they were gonna take the pick. I knew they were gonna take a pick. You say we can't, we can't give it to them.
And then of course, Psyduck is one of those Pokemon that you kind of can't believe you're even getting in a draft.
Yeah, it's so good.
It can get worse than that, according to Spraggles.
Switching it up a bit.
Okay.
Now, talk to me about this sword, because Aegislash from
Oh, they can lock down that Hoopa.
There's the secure king, without a doubt. I mean, those coup de grace.
Give us Hoopa Aegislash.
Single time, well timed. Revelation was playing very well, specifically to facilitate that, to give him the opportunity to win then games, and to his credit, delivered over and over.
Pikachuff also willingly switched off of Snorlax for Mamoswine.
Kind of all throughout their tournament run, so I'm not surprised.
So take that in as well. Pikachuff
that they choose the sword
just switched up their character completely.
I mean,
let's go, baby!
We've got the
Goblin
little
game.
gentleman.
We got a Goblin game.
Is out here for Revelation. You absolutely
What?
one of the most disruptive Pokemon, a completely unique play style, able to disappear.
What?
Find opportunities to score and disrupt.
Revelation.
I'm so excited to see
Revelation throwing everything.
Talking about this Aegislash, you're right.
Everything at the wall on this one. Holy.
If you are able to land it,
A Sable what?
You know, you've really got to thread that needle, but if you do,
They pick Sable what now?
And Trainer picking
And then
up
Trainer on the
probably
Mimikyu.
The only player that I think is legally allowed to play Mimikyu. Everyone else.
I mean,
needs to go
technically,
3 months to
Mimikyu.
play Mimikyu, but not Trainer.
Mimikyu is like
If you play
an
Mimikyu,
all-rounder
Trainer,
speedster,
prison. If
technically.
you're Zoinks
So
and Inteleon, prison.
still
I can't
on
wait
brand
to
for
see what he
Trainer.
does with this. He is
Hopefully,
one of-
hopefully win, right? That's what
well,
he's
that's
looking
what
to do.
he's looking to do. He is one
Isn't
of those
Blaziken, Mewtwo,
players
and
that
Snorlax
you feel like
unstoppable
this
for periods of
Pokemon
time?
is in a precarious spot. It's
I don't know what the plan
solo
is.
queue, take over the game
Is it a
Pokemon,
backdoor
but
kind of
Golden
thing, maybe?
Teams Find lots of ways to shut it down. We're going to see if they can do that. A few other picks here. Slash now finally getting to play with that Snorlax of Pokemon. He's known for
This is a very interesting team
right
comp.
there.
100% a very
Area
interesting team
on the
comp.
Mewtwo-Y.
Have not seen anything like it
That is
in this
solid
entire
on
tournament so
every
far.
single Pokemon you put in front of him.
The
Yeah,
Sableye is
really, they just say,
wild.
"Okay, we need this from you this game." It kind of becomes a checkbox. All right, I'll do that. While the rest of the team develops their strategy, kind of around Overlord and Trainer.
Yeah, here we go. Thea Sky Ruins, your battlefield here for game number 4. LG obviously looking to shut this thing down right now. They predicted a 3-1 victory. We're going to see if they can make it happen. And again, if they do, they will have assembled that trophy infinity gauntlet of every single IC in a single season. Well, here we are. Revelation.
A stomp or a lucky win? You have no hope? No faith in Revelation?
Revelation needs this to stay in this tournament and tie it up.
Going into the top path is the little gentleman.
It's not looking good.
On edge here.
It's
They're
definitely
going
not
to
looking
keep
good
their
that
online
they'll
as possible.
be able to
Dispenza
clutch
not
this
going to
out.
invade, just trying to facilitate some good opportunities for the sword, and we'll be trying to do that for the whole team all game long.
Bit surprised he didn't go for
Here now,
the
Luminosity.
Aegis slash
This is a
Hoopa.
thief there on Dispenza, so they were able to take all
Sableye
of
is
the
such a
AO's
weird
energy
pick.
from Luminosity, which means they can't make a play to send Overlord to that goal zone and score right in front of their face, trying to take some more of that energy.
Oh,
Dispenza's in
man.
trouble right now. Overlord looking for the KO, and they get it with the eject button.
Oh!
Good use of that, just get good experience.
Oh.
11 AOS energy, so they can't quite get their stacks in yet. But a
You
quality
hate
shot
to
there,
see
really
that. That
strong
is so
with
bad.
Trainer just hanging out, ready to see which body he's going to catch next.
Yeah, it looks like Trainer taking this blue buff right here, so I have to assume that the other buff was handed over to the Mewtwo-Y. And
Oh,
no,
look at this.
Mewtwo-Y heading up to the top. It looks like it was stolen by Leafeon.
Overpressurization
Man.
for both teams. 4v4 over the Swablu.
Oh, not again. Oh, the Sableye
On the Sableye,
again.
down, and they're looking for more. No, they're content with one peel back, as now poor Overlord, despite having a couple knockouts, is still trying to reach level 5.
Yeah, they really want to evolve here, looking for it right now, and they do.
Got
in
the
face of
evolution.
Sableye
Now he
is
got
back.
the-
It could be going down just as fast. Nice big knockoff combo, trying to get a KO, and they don't. And Overlord somehow makes it out.
Come on, the Duck and the Mewtwo working in tandem, the Psychic types ready
Oh.
for the future. And said not Overlord going
Okay,
down
well, at
today.
least he got a little cleanup
Trouble
there.
Right here. Leafeon moving up. He could look for a KO, but not able to dive deep enough to take Overlord down.
Oh my lord.
See, dragging the Bunnelby onto the pad where they're a little bit more safe. Good fear on that boosted auto there by Dispenza, but now they're in the deep waters here.
Yeah.
And
The
quite
Sableye
with
pick
that
is
first
not working.
Just sending a lot of experience over to the side of Luminosity Gaming. But if any Pokemon is
It is not working.
defender or supporter with EXP, share the lowest EXP Pokemon on your team. And you can see how much pressure they are putting on with Sableye. They are not afraid to brawl over and over again. And if you catch them with that massive boosted into knockoff combo in a big fight, you might not even be able to move before your Pokemon is KO'd.
Quick fun fact, last game was the most lopsided victory in Grand Finals history here in the Pokemon Unite Championship Series. Now, we'll see if Revelation can right the ship here with the team they've put together. Good pressure by Dispenza trying to fear away.
Doing a
from
three-man
Alex.
top.
Step
They need
on
to
the
get
gas,
something bot right
keep
here.
them from getting all the
Okay,
experience
got the
they
Ice Fang.
Forward right here, we can see Slash trying to
Really good
stop,
Ice
but
Fang there. Really good Ice Fang.
Revelation, you know, taking the opportunity. They recognize that they lost the top path a bit, but look at them now, 83, 71, and they're going for this.
Let that
red tag.
Aegis slash get that solo XP as well. Yep, yep.
Lunier, that dub blade, they have not let Aegislash evolve. They keep putting the pressure on, and that's clearly part of the strategy. Look at the commitment they have to making sure that this
Hey,
sword
they
is
scored
kept
more
down
points than they
to a
did
low enough level that they can
last
continue
game,
winning.
so
And now Lunier in a lot of trouble because
no matter what, it's gonna be a.
LG
You
is
can look
there.
at this as a
Got
win
slip
because
through
of that.
Mimikyu here, slashing up Pikachu, pinned against the wall with the Snorlax block as the rest of the team is scoring in the face of Oblivion.
You can see Overlord in the top path putting points into this tier 2 goal zone slash as well. 142-118 for the first time in.
Wow, Revelation technically has a.
Actually behind in a match. They are going for this
Technically,
Mimikyu.
Revelation
While
is
they're
winning.
behind on points, they're looking amazing level-wise. It's a level 10 Mimikyu and Blazing.
Leafeon keeping pace, though, which is something Revelation definitely needs. They at least need one character that's going to be able to step up. Leafeon particularly good at that.
Dispenza now hitting the Confuse Ray on Overlord, sending him over to the Mimikyu to do a little damage right here.
Oh.
As Revelation is going to need to try to defend against 5 members of LG.
The block isolation attempt was fruitless, but the Mimikyu Unite
Okay.
is true. As now, all of a sudden,
Psyduck,
Fuse is in a lot of
oh.
trouble. Oblivion gets the knockout. Regieleki's on the doorstep, and they're putting the pressure on. Muse on the chase. They want the Otter knockout, and they're coming through. Here
Oh,
Sidekick pins
so
them back,
close.
And now the Mega Mewtwo puts the pressure on and creates the space they need.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Is Lunier. Curios tries to get
Look at that.
it.
Look at that confirm.
Oblivion getting another one.
Big time boosted attack there.
They're not out yet.
Mew, right? I mean, it does so
They're
much
not
damage, even more
out
damage the
just
further
yet.
away you are on Mew, and you charge it up just by using your moves and hitting your opponents. Really difficult to deal with, and you saw how much coordination Revelation had in that push in the top path. They are in this game. It is
100%.
very.
Everyone wants to see Overlord with Zavoik again.
We have a Reggie spawning here in the bottom path in 5 seconds, and it actually looks like
100% right, Shogun.
to leave it and instead score in the tier 2.
Luminosity about to throw this game so they can pick Zavoik again.
They're leaving everything up to Slashcan downstairs. And how is Revelation going to adjust? Oblivion does land on pad, puts pressure on with the Solar Beam. The Surf is there to create space. Trainer going straight into the back line. The cover there by Celestial using the Emerald 2-step is enough to get a knockout and bully all
That was
LG
such-
out of there.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Revelation.
That was some
now,
nice
Reggie
Mew.
It's unbelievable that this is the same Revelation a game ago where they were getting absolutely demolished by LG. Not only are they in this thing, they are winning it.
Whoa! The turnaround!
I mean, and now that experience lead that LG had is gone.
You gotta be careful here, though. They can.
The tides back in their favor with another KO streak of 2. I mean, Celestial and this Leafeon is something to be feared.
Yo,
because
what?
right now they're taking over the game.
LG draft is better than opponent.
Easy knockout on Curios.
How is Revelation bringing this back in?
Revelation looking for that action. They're trying to make this a difference maker.
Oh no!
Over here,
Oh no!
Gets a couple down, and now all of a sudden LG's swinging the pendulum back the other way.
Yeah, LG pushing them back from this goal zone. Obviously, Revelation.
Oh no!
Good fight right there, but they overcommitted. LG.
This is anyone's game still. It's gonna come down to the Rayquaza flip probably.
For them to either put them at parity or actually above Revelation.
This is probably gonna come down to Rayquaza flip.
Between this tier 1 goal zone and the tier 2 goal zone that Regieleki is pushing towards, we should see LG swing this forward unless Revelation can defend.
Oh, Pikadiv out of the bushes, Earthquakes onto the pad, looks for an Ice Fang reposition.
Nice.
Get Otter, but there goes
Got
Bear
it. Easy
immediately.
Mimikyu
Back there,
KO.
back there for Oblivion with this Mew here, and all of LG again sent scrambling by great counter pressure by Rev.
Wow, I mean, Revelation able to stop that. They had the Aegislash having to babysit the Regieleki in the top path. It didn't matter. Beautiful defense from them. 1 minute until Rayquaza. Again,
Leafeon has been cooking all tournament apparently.
Up above LG for the first time in this series. Nice play here from Dispenza, but you could see the teleport there from Mewtwo able to stop that from going in. Incredibly close match. You have to watch
Revelation winning team fights, but they're not getting like convincing wins on these team fights.
They also have to recognize that
Is that gonna be enough for when Rayquaza's up?
For Ray, and this could turn into the Rayquaza fight.
Slashcan immediately goes
20
down.
seconds.
You can't make this Rayquaza fight now if you're LG.
Oh, Blaziken got the flash.
Leafeon will be back in time.
Yeah, Leafeon will be back in time, but Regirock going down here.
They can't contest anymore though.
This moment around, big play for them. Those defenses are
If
going
Leafeon's
up
down, the game is essentially lost.
Right? If Psyduck wasn't already difficult to deal with, now they have to deal with it with a massive special defense and defense buff. 2 minutes on the clock, could be the last Rayquaza of our tournament. LG
Come on, Revelation, you guys got this. You guys can clutch it out. I know you guys can.
They don't need to be the ones ones to make the big play. Just trying to get some information, find out exactly where members of LG are, hitting the confuse ray on trainer, and we now get to see however LG wants to play this fight.
Okay, looking
Nice.
at Flash, sussing out where Pikatif is, goes for the heavy slam, creates separation. Pikatif going for an engage. We've got the backdoor Emerald two-step chase.
Let's go.
Gets eaten up by the Mimic Unite. We're going
Unite
for it now.
move.
Mewtwo Y Unite comes out as well. Pikatif springs over the top here, but the pressure continues. Coup de grace is not going to knock out, but trainer does go down. Let's see how these exchanges
Leafeon is
continue.
down.
Dispenza in the back line.
They got no Leafeon.
Two players down now for Revelation. Luminosity
They got no Aegis Slash.
Lumiere goes
No.
down. Pikatif
3 seconds.
Everybody on LG pivoting to the middle. They have the best secure tool on the field right now. In the fact that Overlord still has overheat.
I don't know if Pikatif gets this.
Rayquaza is getting shrunk down real low. It's on the back.
Leafeon's back in the pit.
The best player in the game. The overheat is there.
No! It's over.
Scrambled to score. They've got
It's over.
You talk about your book of revelations. Well, the book of Luminosity Gaming says we just whooped your.
I think they cut you off, Doomstacks. 142, 398.
Wow, it's over.
Seconds left. It doesn't look like there is anything Revelation can do. The prophecy from Luminosity.
They weren't able to clutch out one more game.
As LG wins LAIC, LG wins EUIC,
LG
NAIC
is so strong. Impossible to secure against overheat.
Their pose in the center of Thea Sky Ruins. One of the best to ever do it. Luminosity Gaming.
Revelation wasn't even able to get all their Unite moves off in that last team fight. Oh, that was not a good final fight for Revelation. They definitely could have won that game. It looked like they had a good initiation, but it did not go their way. It did not go their way. Oh, man.
They have won every single IC in a single season. The first time it's been done.
You know, LG's draft is better. They have a higher chance to win it. Yeah.
At the Pokemon World Championships,
I mean, it's not really a surprise that,
they are in the history books.
not exactly a surprise that LG won this.
Yeah, this is truly one of the special teams.
It was the dominance from Luminosity, though. Game 1 and Game 3 especially.
Small shakeups throughout the years, but staying on top as some of the greatest to ever do it. An amazing run there by Revelation. Yeah, I think they.
Revelation just needs to get more consistent, it seems. It looks like they got kind of like rattled. Like the Duraludon game was kind of terrible. And they were giving up a lot on the early game. Like the top lane I don't think they won a single top lane. I think they in every game they eventually got 3-0'd in the top lane and then had to eventually give it up and push another lane. Like,
but it can't be overstated. Luminosity Gaming is a
I wish we had some more. I wish we had some more games.
They are the best team to ever play the game.
That was a good game. Yeah, that was the final, Shogun. That was the finals.
I want everybody to
NAIC is officially over for Unite.
Quality of this Revelation team. Yes,
LG are 3-peat champions,
but you cannot
winning LAIC, EUIC, and now NAIC.
And the bounce back from that big loss in Game 3 to being in charge going into Rayquaza in Game 4. Unfortunately, across from them was LG.
See you next time, Twin Sons. Thanks for stopping by.
They gave him one.
Hope you have a nice night, man.
And took the victory along with it.
I mean, what a team of superstar players, too. Like
It's hard to accept that a North American team won 3 WCS titles.
Not only that, though, the way
I mean, LG is... LG's not really a North American team anymore, I feel. Like, yeah, they're based in North America, but like, you know, they went to Japan. They roast the North American player base. Like, nah, you guys are bad. We went overseas to practice against better people.
You know what? You're right. I don't think it'll ever be repeated.
For all intents and purposes, they're basically a Japanese team.
Let's go down to our interview on stage. Kello and Kyrios, take it away.
Here we are, folks, your winners of the North America International
Wow.
Championship, Luminosity Gaming. Let's hear what
What a stomp. What a complete stomp.
Now we have
Really happy that Revelation didn't get 3-0 though.
Well, hey, they're the prophet. It came true. How does that feel?
That was because I was going in today.
I think we're really
Going into today, my whole thing was I don't
Actually,
want Revelation to get
strong
3-0'd. At
results. I
least
was
get
pleasantly
one
surprised by,
W
a
off
little
of
bit
them, and
closer of a grand final. Even the last game
luckily
was
they
close
did.
in the
Luckily
fight
they
as well.
did.
So yeah, I was just super excited to be able to play them.
Super excited. It was
You're
a
bored?
super exciting set.
Almost every year LG wins WCS.
Luminosity Gaming, EUIC.
Yeah, I mean, the gap has grown bigger and bigger as the years have gone by.
Pokemon history by winning all three.
But like, I mean,
this
it's not
season.
even just Unite though. Luminosity
amazing
Gaming
to
is
kind
just
of leave a
becoming
legacy
such a
that
dominant
we know this will
esports team
be
in
replicable.
general.
And yeah, there's
They're
no
definitely
doubt
gonna need some
we all know
competition.
what it is.
Like,
Well, I wonder if you can guess what that one thing
yeah, we need to
is.
see some other teams win. Like, sometimes it happens though.
2025?
You get into like, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years where one team's the dominant,
How are you feeling heading
but then eventually a new team's gonna come up and
today's performance?
they're gonna be able to rival them
I'm
and
definitely
challenge
looking
them.
forward to
So
Worlds. Obviously, Worlds will have a lot more teams.
hopefully Worlds though,
So it'll be definitely
they
NAIC, but
we get to see
super
them
big,
knocked out.
morale booster for sure. And yeah,
It's only so
I'm
fun
really,
watching them win
really,
every
really
time.
hyped to keep on preparing for Worlds, and definitely look forward to getting our revenge against the East as well from ACL.
Do you have a biggest contender?
I guess they're going into Worlds with a chip on their shoulder.
I definitely want to run back against Alter Ego. I won't lie. I want to be able to play them
Hope
again.
next year they don't win. Well, they still have the Worlds.
Division from Japan as well.
Okay, thank you.
We still have the Worlds for this year, technically.
Any thank yous, final shout-outs that
So we'll see how they do in that.
the folks in the crowd or at
But I believe both teams got their tickets
Yeah,
punched
thank you
in,
so much to
so
everybody,
they're definitely
all
going to
the
be in
fans. We
Worlds,
appreciate
luckily.
everybody.
I mean, obviously
Also, my
Manasi's going to be in
parents are
Worlds.
career right now. I think they're watching as well. So yeah, thank you guys, mom and dad.
Always got to thank Mum and Dad there, but once again, give it for Curios and Luminosity Gaming, your North America International Champions!
But India because you're Indian, but they can't win WCS is very hard.
All right,
Yeah.
we gotta set back some first. Let's go! There we go.
Thank you
No,
very
definitely
much.
got to
Now,
support. Definitely got to be
somewhere.
supporting your
Over there
teams.
somewhere. Absolutely.
I found it, sir.
What an amazing grand finals. What
Is there any
fun
Canadians?
from
You know, I'm from Canada
Luminosity.
myself.
This
Any
has
Canadians
been
I
a
see,
little
any
fun
Canadian
to
pro
have
players, I'm like,
alongside
that's my guy.
you, my
That's my
friend.
guy.
Happy Father's Day to you,
Happy
Dubes.
Father's Day
Next.
to you,
I
too.
mean, what a time
Annan,
to be
that's
alive.
your guy,
Nice to
man.
be here at NAIC.
It feels amazing. I mean, we just watched history be made. Again, I can't state enough. This isn't just a Pokemon Unite thing. This is a competitive
Okay.
Pokemon thing. So the legacy they're leaving.
So, LG OO winners.
Across all of the titles now. And
Congratulations again to
every
LG.
competitor Of every game, something to strive for.
So we're going to take a bit of a break now.
On top of that pedestal with them as well. And thank you for the Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, and of course, Happy Father's Day to all the Poke Dads out there.
Yeah,
And yes, happy
once
Father's
here,
Day, as they just said.
amazing. If
Well
this is your
said.
first time watching
But
Unite, this is a
that will be it for me. For now. I'll probably most likely be back later on today. Playing some more games. But I gotta head out, get some chores done, and yeah. Hope to see some of you guys back here later on when we get some Unite games going. But have a good day or have a good evening, depending on where you are, and ciao guys. Take it easy.